Hi there, my name's Jodie and this is the first of my video diaries that I'm going to do for my POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And today I'm feeling quite unwell, quite dizzy when I'm standing up, and the heating is on in the house, the radiators are boiling, but for me I'm absolutely freezing cold. My hands, my fingers are like ice to touch, and my legs are so cold. They're actually blue in colour, but you can't really see it on the camera that much, I don't think. But they're very blue in colour anyway, and like I said, like ice to touch. It's not very nice. I've been suffering with this for 6 years now, and I've been having a lot of symptoms like dizziness, fainting, seizures as well, where I have a lot of like jerking movements when I do pass out, and my eyes go back, I've been told, but I don't actually know what happens when I do pass out. I've been very poorly this past year, which is hopefully not connected to the POTS. I had a twisted bowel, and I got rushed to hospital, and I had 2 emergency operations, and I've been very unwell this year. This is the scar, it's not very pretty. And as you can see, I'm on a syringe driver for my sickness, as I can't really keep much down due to all the surgeries. But yeah, that's that basically. I went to, but whilst I've been in hospital this year, I actually had 10 fits in one night whilst I was in with this, the operations and stuff. And they got a neurologist to see me the next day, who said he's going to do this little test on me. He put my bedside, the railings up, and he says, "Now I want you to hyperventilate." And I goes, right. So I was like, really hyperventilating, and he says, "No, come on, deeper, harder and faster." And I did, and obviously that brought on symptoms. I went very hot and very sick, and I started to shake, and I eventually passed out. And when I did come round eventually, he told me it's all anxiety related and that I need to see a psychiatrist. I was very shocked and I was very angry at him for saying that, but I went along with it, and I says, right, okay, that's fair enough, that's your opinion, I'll see the psychiatrist. If that's what I need to do, then that's what I'll do. But he came back to me half an hour later, because he didn't read my notes on my history. I had a tilt table test done in 2009, which had a positive result, where I had a reduced level of consciousness, feeling sick, very hot and sweaty, and my blood pressure went down to 60/40, and my heart rate went up to 145. And he came back and had to apologise to me that he actually made me hyperventilate and that it was dangerous for him to do. But that was it. He went. But for these 6 years that I've been going to A&E and passing out in school and stuff, the nurses and doctors there were all saying it was attention seeking, that I was faking it, that I was doing it to get out of lessons and stuff like that, stuff that I didn't want to do. But actually, I wasn't faking it. I knew inside that something was very wrong with me, and that they didn't believe me, which was really hard at the time, and still hard now to think that, you know, a girl of 15 going into A&E, it's a scary experience, and then to be told, you know, you're faking it, you're attention seeking, just go home. It knocks yourself, you know, your confidence, it knocks you a lot, and it makes you you know, have no faith in the health system, like nurses and doctors, and you don't feel that you can actually go to anyone to tell them about things. But anyway, after that idiot made me hyperventilate, I got discharged eventually, and then got readmitted with an infection, and on that night my temperature was very, very high. It was nearly 40 degrees, and I had a fit. 2 doctors came to see me, and they diagnosed POTS. At first they were saying it was syncope, then they went back, did some more research and looked at my notes, looked at my history, came back and diagnosed POTS, told me to see a specialist and go to my GP. So when I eventually got out of hospital this year, I've been in 7 months since January, so I've only just been home 2 months now. I'm doing well. I'm doing well on this side of things, but on the POTS side of things, I've been having a lot of fits and faints and symptoms, as I've told you. I've been to my doctor's, and she's referred me to see a neurologist, and hopefully, fingers crossed, get it sorted once and for all. But now I've got the diagnosis, you know, when I was told I had it, I just cried, because I was so relieved that finally somebody is taking me seriously. And after all these years of me knowing something inside that isn't right, you know, I may look completely healthy and normal on the outside, but inside I was very, very poorly. And for someone to actually acknowledge that, and, you know, someone to believe you, is a big thing when you're struggling with something like this. And it's underappreciated by a lot of physicians out there. It's not very well known about. I've done some research on STARS, which is the Syncope, Trust and Reflex Anoxic Seizures. This is STARS. You can go and get information. It's www.stars.org.uk, and there's a lot of information on there about different conditions and diagnosis, and you can ask professionals what they think and talk to others who are experiencing similar kinds of things that you are. And, you know, it's like a community for the POTS'd and people, you know, it's really nice. But yeah, if you're struggling out there with similar things, and you're experiencing the same things with people not believing you and saying you're attention seeking and stuff, you know, don't, for your own sake, don't let it knock you back like it did with me. Don't just go into hiding and believe that it's all your fault, because it really isn't. There is actually something there that's wrong, and there are people out there who will listen and who will help you. You know, you've got to take the dive, you know, it's a 50-50 thing. You've got to do it for yourself. You know, doctors and stuff can only do so much. You've got to want the help too. So if you go and, you know, don't hide away, just go and tell somebody, and tell them what you're experiencing, and tell them, you know, you're not going to let it drop until you get some answers and a diagnosis or whatever it takes, you know. But it's not really recognised, like I said earlier. It's like not many doctors know, and some doctors, like the doctors who treated me in hospital, are very, very old-fashioned and don't actually appreciate it and know much about it. So, you know, the more awareness that goes out, the better. And, you know, then people's lives can be changed for the better, and people like us can get on with a normal life, go out and do normal things that we want to do, and go to college, get a job, you know, live on your own, not having to worry about walking down the street and thinking, oh God, I can't even get on the bus, and the bus stop's only there, and I can't go to town, I can't do shopping, I can't do anything on my own. What if I pass out? What if I make a fool of myself? You know, it's just, it would make things so much better if the awareness goes out, you know. Yeah, I've been babbling on for quite a long time, haven't I? Anyway, that's my first video diary. Please comment and tell me your thoughts on it. And if you want to talk, then all you have to do is message me. That's it. Okay, bye.